Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, welcome to the channel DevDBQA. In today's video, what we will see is we will first of all install the Eclipse on our system. Then we will download the Selenium jars files. Then we will download the Selenium WebDriver. And after that we will invoke the browser from our Java code. So guys, if you are new to this channel, then please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get regularly updated. On this channel you can find videos related to manual testing, automation testing and programming languages as well. So guys, let's start with our today's video. So guys, there are three things that we have to install on our systems before writing our first program in Java. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to install Eclipse in our systems. For that we have to open a browser and just write download Eclipse. So it will open the research results and we have to click on this link eclipse.org. It will open the official website of Eclipse. So you can see there is a button that is download 64-bit. So after clicking on this button, it will download all the packages of the Eclipse IDE 2020-03. So but we don't need all the packages of the Eclipse, we need only one package, that is. So for that we have to click on this download packages link. It will open the page where we can find all the different packages. So here the packages are Eclipse IDE for Java, Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java, Eclipse for C++. So we don't need all this, but what we need is we need this Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So we have to click on the link of our operating system, that is, if you have Mac then you will click on this link, if you have Linux then click on this, and in Windows we have to click on this link. So my operating system is Windows, so I will click on this link and it will take me to the downloads page. So from here I can click on this download button and the Eclipse will be downloaded. So let me click on this. So it will download a zip folder of Eclipse. So in my system I have already downloaded the zip folder, so you can see that it is a zip file. So I will stop it and let me show you the downloaded file. So the Eclipse IDE after extraction will look like this, and inside this we have the different folders and the Eclipse software. So we have successfully downloaded the Eclipse software. Now what we have to do is we have to download Selenium jars. So for that we will write download Selenium, and the first link, which is selenium.dev, it is the official website of Selenium, and we will click on this. It will take us to the downloads page. So we don't need Selenium grid server and we do not need IE driver server. What we need is we need Selenium client and WebDriver language bindings for the language Java. So we will click on the link in front of the Java language. So we will click on this download link. So it will download the Selenium java.zip folder in our systems. So I have already downloaded, but it is finished, so let me show you. So after extraction the zip folder will look like this: selenium-java-3.141.59. so this 3.141.59 is the version of that Selenium jars. So in this folder what we have is we have different types of jars. These two jars and some files are also there, and there is a folder libs. Inside this libs folder there are some more jars are there. So we will use all these jars in our coding to write the code for WebDriver testing. And at last what we need is we need the Chrome driver. So for that what we have to do is we have to check our browser version of our browser. So for example in the version of my Chrome is version 81.0.4044. So what we have to write in our search is download Chrome driver for version. So we have to specify our version 81. So it will open the link. So the first link, which is chromedriver.chromium.org, it is the official website. We will click on this link. It will take us to the downloads page, and we will see where is our version is mentioned. So for example, I have shown you that the version of my browser is 81.0.4044. So I will click on this link and it will take me to the downloads page. And for Windows 32 or 64, we have to download this Windows 32.zip file. For Mac there is Mac 64, and for Linux there is Linux 64. So we will download this file, zip file. It will download the Chrome driver win32.zip in our systems. So what we have to do is we have to extract it. So after extraction it will look like this, and inside this there is a Chrome driver present there. So we will also use this Chrome driver in our code. So now let me start the Eclipse. So when we start Eclipse, the version of Eclipse is mentioned over there. So my version of Eclipse is 2020-03. So it will ask you for the workspace which is used for writing the code. So I have created workspace 1. Then I will click on launch button. So when we open the Eclipse for the first time, this page is opened, and what we have to do is we have to click on this workbench link on the top right corner. It will open the workbench for us, and here we can write our code. So for writing the code, what we have to create is, first of all we have to create a Java project. For that we will go in on file, new, and then the Java project. It will open the window for configuration of the project. So let me name this project as automation, and just we have to click on finish. It will create a new Java project for us. So when we expand the project, we will see the Java system libraries are there, and a folder that is src is present. So now what we need is we need a package for our class. So we click on the automation project, right click and new package. So now a new window will open for the package details. So let me name it as demo package, and then click on finish. So a package is created under the src folder. So now what we have to do is we have to create a class for writing our code. So for class we right click on the package and new, then the class. So here it is asking for class name. We will give the class name as demo class, and we will check this checkbox for public static void main. So it will automatically create public static void main inside the class, and then we will click on the finish button. So it will create a class with public static void main in it for us. So what we will do is we will write our code inside this class. So our objective of this video is to invoke Chrome browser from the Selenium code. So for that, first of all we have to set property of the Chrome driver. For that we write system dot. So in Eclipse, whenever we write a name and then press dot, so all the functions or the variables that are related to that, for example here system, so all these functions are displayed in this suggestions box. So we need system dot set. So if the suggestions are not displayed, we can also press Ctrl and space, so these suggestions will be displayed. And we have to do is set property, double click on set property. So here the set property function of system is asking for two arguments, one is key and the another is value. So in key we have to write, for Chrome we have to write web driver dot chrome dot driver, and in value what we have to do is we have to give the path of the executable Chrome driver which we have downloaded from the net. So we will navigate to the path, and in my system it is present in C, then work folder, then in this folder. This is the Chrome driver path which we have to give in our Eclipse code. So I will copy that path and I will paste it here in double quotes, and after that we have to write is Chrome driver dot exe. So this will set this path is set to this webdriver.chrome.driver. The property of this key is this chromedriver.exe executable file. So just a minute, let me, the font of this window is small, so let me make it big. So now we have successfully set the property of that webdriver.chrome.driver. Now what we have to do is we have to make a object of webdriver. The name of the object is driver equal to new Chrome driver. So the error, if this red line is displayed under the code, so it means there is an error present at that line. So we will take our cursor to that line and click on that. So it is asking what the error is present. So we have to write WebDriver. Oh, so we have not imported the Selenium jar files in our program, so it will not behave as a Selenium jar file. So therefore these errors are present. So for importing the jar files, what we have to do is we have to right click on the project, and then we have to go to build path, then we have to go to configure build path, then we have to go to libraries tab. So there are no external libraries present here. So what we have to do is we have to click on add external jars. Now we have to navigate to our folder where we have downloaded the Selenium jars. Here I have downloaded Selenium Java. So I will select all the jar present in this folder and then click open. And there are some more jars that are present under the lib folder. So I will select them also and click on open. So it will import all the jar files in our Eclipse, so that we can use Selenium with our code. Now what we have to do is we have to click on apply and close. So now if we click on this error, so it will show us the different suggestions. So what we have to do is we have to click on this change to WebDriver org.openqa.selenium. So it will automatically import the package that is required for this WebDriver class. So it will automatically import org.openqa.selenium.webdriver in the function. So now I will take the cursor to this Chrome driver, and it says import Chrome driver org.openqa.selenium.chrome. So we have to click on this. So it will automatically import this package that is required, and now the error is gone. So we have successfully created a driver object for the Chrome driver. So now we have to get the URL in the browser. So for that what we have to do is we have to write driver dot. So whenever we write driver dot, all the functions that are related to driver are displayed in the suggestion. So for opening a URL in the browser, we have to write driver dot get. So the arguments for this get function is the URL that we want to hit. So let me write https www.facebook.com facebook.com. So it will open the Chrome driver, and the URL facebook.com is opened on that browser, and then it will come out of that this code. So what we will do is we will save this, and now we will press on the run button. Let us see it is working as expected or not. So in this video the Chrome driver should be invoked. So as you can see that Chrome is invoked on the screen, and the URL, that is facebook.com, is being opened on the Chrome, as you can see. So there is a timeout receiving message from renderer is flashing in the console. So this is the issue with the Chrome driver, which is the latest version. I am using the latest version, that's why this error is present. If you are using the previous version of Chrome and the Chrome driver, then this error will not come. So the code which we have written is, it will invoke the Chrome driver and it will open the facebook.com URL. So let me write one more thing so that we get to know that the code is working fine. I will write. So on the console what we will print is test case passed. So we will know that the test case is passed and all these steps are completed. So after that it will print that test case is passed. So let me save it and run it again and check that this statement is printed on the console or not. So now as you can see there are different types of logs present, and Chrome browser is invoked again, and Facebook URL is being opened on the Chrome. So after successful opening of the Chrome, so this test case passed string should be printed on the console, and let us wait for some more time. The Facebook is still loading, that's why it is taking time. So once it is completely loaded, then the statement will be, so now we will check that the statement is printed or not. So yes, you can see that the test case passed statement is printed. So our code means there is no issue in our code, and our code is working absolutely fine for invoking the browser Chrome. And then what we have done is we have gone to the facebook.com URL, and after that we have printed system.out.println test case is passed.